Road closures surrounding Kern County have been lifted, and the annual polar bear plunge is only a few days away. And you could have a baby Yoda, the new toy for 2020. This is 17 News at noon.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us for 17 News at noon. I'm Vanessa Dillon. We begin with an update to closures that brought traffic to a standstill this holiday travel week. And today, all major roadways are now open. After 36 hours, the Grapevine is finally open. Here's a look of the movement we've been waiting for. CHP Fort Tejon escorting traffic over the Grapevine. The Grapevine had been closed since late Christmas Day. The closure a result of ice and snow from a powerful winter storm, and the storm shocking holiday travelers across Kern County.
Well, I just told my husband, I said, hey, need some help. Do you have your shovel? So
yeah, I used the shovel.
Yeah, he dug. He had to use the shovel to get out of our driveway.
At the time of the initial closure, CHP reported over 150 cars stuck in the snow. Now, the Grapevine isn't the only route that opened up this morning. Caltrans reopened Highway 58 this morning as well. Around 4 yesterday afternoon, the department began escorting traffic in both directions and opened it back up. But late last night, CHP reported they were closing Highway 58 again in both directions due to black ice. But at this hour, Highway 58 is open as well. And out in Tehachapi, it looked like a winter wonderland. People there woke up to a blanket of snow yesterday, and the winter storm dumped 12 inches of snow in the area yesterday. Well, as millions are trying to get in place to celebrate the new year, the weather in many places is not cooperating. Dangerous storms around the country are causing backups on the roads and in the airports. NBC's Blaine Alexander is at Hartsfield-Jackson in Atlanta with what to expect.
With the holidays coming to a close, millions are headed home and into a potential travel nightmare. Much of the country is bracing for a winter storm expected to hit the East Coast by Sunday. Southern California is already taking the hit with a triple punch of flooding, strong winds, and heavy snow, shutting down parts of busy Interstate 5 in Los Angeles.
There was a lot of traffic. We were stuck together, couldn't get out, so basically been here for almost 9-10 hours already.
In San Diego, help came on horseback for this stranded FedEx driver. With all of that barreling east, expect a chilling effect on your travel plans. AAA is estimating a record 115 million travelers on the road and in the sky by New Year's Day. That's 4 million more than last year. Across the country, thousands of flight delays Thursday, with more expected. And on the roads, the same story, where the flood of holiday drivers could double, even triple drive times in some cities.
My husband drives and we all sleep in the car.
Now, good news, if you are traveling this weekend, the numbers are looking a lot better than yesterday. We just checked the latest, less than 50 cancellations and about 250 delays. The worst airports, San Francisco, Las Vegas, and Denver. Back to you.
Well, now we're going to switch gears and take a look at our local forecast. And luckily, look at that. It is clear blue skies out there for us. Definitely a contrast from what we saw yesterday. Taking a look at our conditions here in the city, we're seeing 51 degrees with west-southwest winds at about 5 miles per hour. So relatively calm winds. And we're expecting to just see a cool trend well into tonight, into midnight. Really, we're looking at those low 40s across the board later tonight. 34 in Tehachapi with a dew point of about 32 northwest winds at 8 miles per hour. So really the focus right now is just a cool trend across the board here in the mountains as well as in the valley. We're seeing those 30s even lowering into those high 20s later tonight and this evening. But what can we expect for our New Year's Eve forecast? I'll have a look coming up in our Pinpoint Weather. While the snow is causing problems on the roadways, it's bringing business to Alta Sierra. Now, the ski resort opened Thursday and is expected to stay open until January 5th, according to its website. The resort also reports it has received 12 to 14 inches of snow. And the resort is closed for the day, but opened at 8 this morning. Lifts opened at 9 a.m. as well. You can make sure you carry chains with you on your way over there. We've been getting some great pictures of the snow these last few days, and anytime weather hits, we like to remind you that one of the best ways for us to get a good look at what's happening is from you, our viewers, of course. And if you can safely get weather videos or pictures, please email them to our newsroom, 17news@kget.com, or post them on our social media pages using the hashtag 17StormTeam. Well, with negotiations over a Senate impeachment trial at a standstill, President Trump is taking aim at the Democrats he blames for holding up the process. And he says the issue of impeachment is now making it more difficult to do his job. NBC's Hans Nichols reports.
With Congress on winter break, President Trump is hitting Speaker Pelosi on her home turf, saying that crazy Nancy should focus on her own district and help her incompetent governor with the big homeless problem. The flurry of tweets coming after the president acknowledged that impeachment is taking a toll on his presidency. It makes it much more difficult to deal with foreign leaders and others when I am having to constantly defend myself against the do-nothing Democrats. Trump's Twitter activity coming as a Republican ally in the Senate, John Kennedy of Louisiana, dismissed the potential defection of Senator Lisa Murkowski on impeachment as only one vote.
Well, the senator's entitled to her opinion, and Senator McConnell is entitled to his.
Insisting that most senators actually have no interest in taking up an impeachment trial.
It's all very odd. 9 out of 10 senators secretly don't want to hear this case, and the 10th is lying.
Kennedy responding to comments by Murkowski criticizing Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell for pledging total cooperation with the White House on impeachment.
When I heard that, I was disturbed.
Murkowski, never shy about challenging her party, responding to comments from the Senate Majority Leader last week.
I'm going to take my cues from the president's lawyers.
The single crack in Republican support, a potentially troubling sign for a president who has celebrated GOP unity on impeachment, as Congress is deadlocked on how to proceed.
We had 196 or so Republicans voting 100%. We didn't lose one Republican vote in the House.
Taking a look around town, a local Kwanzaa celebration is happening today. The theme of the event is celebrating, building, and strengthening family, community, and cultural bonds. The free community event will include an art gallery, musical performances, and vendors. The celebration will take place today from 1 to 5 p.m. at the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Community Center on South Owen Street. For those willing to take a dip in chilly water to welcome the new year, McMurtry Aquatic Center is holding their annual Polar Plunge on New Year's Day. Participants will have the option of either going down the slide or jumping in and swimming 25 yards before getting out and enjoying a cup of hot chocolate. It costs $5 to take the plunge. For an extra $20, they'll throw in a warm sweatshirt. Registration begins this morning. It began this morning at 10:30. The event will start promptly at 11. Anyone who is at least 7 years old is welcome to participate. Now McMurtry is located at 1325 Q Street. We'll still head on 17 News at noon how regular exercise could help dodge your risk of cancer. Plus, hoping to jump on the cosmetic treatment bandwagon? Well, we'll give you a look at some of the options out there. Your 17 Health Watch is after the break. Welcome back, everyone. Now we're going to take a look at our local weather forecast here for us. Right now, looking at that beautiful view of Tehachapi. It is just absolutely breathtaking right now. Definitely, if you have the day off, you want to take the opportunity to step out and just enjoy that view. And we're seeing sunny skies, just chilly conditions nonetheless. Looking at that radar and satellite, and pretty much we saw that rain coverage make its way into Kern County all of yesterday. Well, the good news is we're seeing it clear up well into this weekend. However, there are chances of showers late Sunday. I'll get into the details in just a little bit. Right now, we're seeing locally 51 degrees, west-southwest winds at about 5 miles per hour, so relatively calm out there for us. Local conditions, chilly for sure. We're looking at 50 in Arvin, 34 in Tehachapi, also 43 in Lake Isabella, 51 in Ridgecrest. As far as our radar and satellite goes, as I mentioned earlier today in our morning newscast, we saw that storm make its way. Now it's going to Arizona. That region is going to expect to see some rainfall well into this weekend. As far as our 18-hour futurecast goes, we were expecting to see some drizzle here and there, but for the most part, as you can see it in that live picture, we're really not seeing a lot of movement. Pretty much those clear skies, just cooler conditions. However, something to keep in mind is we are seeing that fog make its way into Kern County in those morning hours this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and it's going to kind of clear up by 10 o'clock like we saw today. We saw that fog, and now we're looking at beautiful sunny skies. Light snowfall totals for sure this weekend, and we're expecting to see possibly that chance of showers make their way back into Kern County this Sunday evening. It's about a 40% chance, though, so we'll keep an eye on that. In our forecast here locally, 51 in Bakersfield, 60 in Los Angeles, as well as San Diego. We're even seeing 50 in Las Vegas. And in our valley forecast, 50s across the board, and we're also expecting to see some calm winds, chilly conditions, of course, in those later evening hours, looking at those high 30s, even low 30s in some regions. Cool and sunny in the mountains with that beautiful snow, right? We're looking at those 40s across the board and even 20s being our lows in those later evening hours. Northwest winds at about 5 to 10 miles per hour with those 40s across the board as well. And as far as our valley forecast goes, we can expect to see foggy conditions this weekend well into this Monday. 40% chance of showers, 59 degrees by this Wednesday, the first day of 2020. In the mountains, similarly beautiful conditions this weekend, and we see a high of 45 by next Wednesday. Similarly, in the valley, we're seeing 54 degrees by next Wednesday. That was a quick look at your weather forecasts. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Now, as we mentioned earlier in the newscast, all major roadways are now open, including Interstate 5. And now 17's Taylor Schaub joins us from the Grapevine with an update on the conditions out there. Good afternoon. Taylor, how's it going?
Vanessa, I've seen thumbs up. People are yelling, finally. They're celebrating because Interstate 5 is finally open. I'm going to take a step out of the shot so you can see cars going southbound, and they're finally moving. The Grapevine's been closed since late Christmas Day. Closure, of course, as a result of snow and from a powerful winter storm. The storm shocking holiday travelers across Kern County. 36 hours later, well, Caltrans spent days clearing the icy roadways, and now they're finally open in both directions. There's been a steady pace going along Interstate I-5 since it opened earlier this morning. Many travelers were stranded in Bakersfield. We talked to some earlier today that slept overnight in their cars, that slept in the train station. We'll have all of that coming up at 17 News at 5. Live at the base of the Grapevine, Taylor Schaub, 17 News.
Thanks so much, Taylor. Glad to see traffic is flowing out there. And your 17 Health Watch, new research shows regular exercise could help prevent certain cancers. Now, the most recent guidelines recommend 2.5 to 5 hours a week of moderate intensity activity or 1 to 2 hours a week of vigorous exercise. Now, the study found people who met these goals had a significantly lower risk of developing 7 types of cancer. Those included colon cancer in men, female breast cancer, non-Hodgkin lymphoma, as well as endometrial kidney and liver cancer. Well, as cosmetic treatments become more widespread and popular, NBC's Morgan Radford takes a look at all the ways people are taking to lasers and what one board-certified dermatologist says you should look out for.
You've heard the assurances, right? Lasers promising to remove everything from dark spots and unwanted hair to unsightly veins. But does it really work?
So each laser does something different.
That's right. They're very specific.
We went to find out.
In this room over here, we tend to treat sun damage, especially sunspots.
Dr. Robert Alec sees thousands of patients a month. He says 3 out of every 4 are looking for some type of laser treatment.
How popular are laser treatments right now?
Extremely popular. The number of treatments that were performed even last year by dermatologists was about 3.5 million, and that number is nearly double what it was just about 7 or 8 years ago. The number of men who are having laser procedures is skyrocketing as well.
So we decided to take a closer look at each one, from sun damage.
So Dr. Analik, you're just hitting each dark spot.
To collagen boosters.
We're stimulating a response by the skin to make more collagen and to make the collagen in a healthier state.
There's also a laser for hair removal.
What did it feel like?
It felt like a gush of cold air and then like a little rubber band snap.
According to a recent survey, laser resurfacing, which treats wrinkles and fine lines, is the most popular laser procedure. But when it comes to minimally invasive cosmetic work, laser hair removal is by far the most popular. Yet, not all states require physicians to administer the procedures. And as beauty trends like laser facials, which claim to brighten skin and smooth its texture, are on the rise, lasers like these can also be quite risky.
The most common risks, which are still very rare, fortunately, are things such as burns, infection, scar, and discoloration.
The biggest things to remember: don't have laser treatments done when you're tan compared to your normal skin tone. For safety, always be treated by a board-certified dermatologist, and make sure that wherever you're treated, there are several lasers available, since it's not a one-size-fits-all approach. Still, Dr. Alec says the risk can be worth the reward.
Hundreds of people are coming through every week, and the vast majority of my patients are having laser treatments safely and effectively.
Morgan Radford, NBC News, New York.
Still ahead on 17 News at noon, why a Canadian network decided to cut a certain scene from the holiday classic Home Alone 2. Entertainment news is after the break. In your 17 Entertainment News now, a judge has dismissed a slander charge against actor Alec Baldwin. The charge stemmed from a civil lawsuit from a 2018 parking spot dispute. A New York man accuses Baldwin of physically and verbally assaulting him over a parking spot. He also claimed the actor slandered him when Baldwin went on TV to talk about the incident. Baldwin still remains accused of battery and assault, and Baldwin pleaded guilty to a criminal charge of harassment after facing several charges related to the 2018 incident. Baldwin is also suing his accuser.
Excuse me, where's the lobby?
Down the hall and to the left.
Thanks.
Movie scenes get cut for all sorts of reasons, but some are arguing this movie was political. President Donald Trump had a 7-second cameo in the holiday classic Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, but that scene was left on the editing room floor by the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. Trump appeared to joke on Twitter that Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau was behind the change. He also joked the movie will never be the same without him in it. CBC is setting the record straight. The network said the scene was cut in 2014 before Trump even announced his run for president. CBC also says other scenes were audience favorites like Kevin going swimming, and the turtle dove exchange also got edited out. And the reason? Time. Trudeau's office didn't comment. Well, one item that's sure to help sell big in 2020 is the plush Baby Yoda toy. The character from the new Disney Plus series, The Mandalorian, has become a sensation. We're now getting an idea of what the plush toy will look like. It's available for pre-order now, but won't ship until May of 2020. The toy was not available for Christmas because Disney wanted to prevent series spoilers leaking during production of the toy. Well, it's time to start thinking about those New Year's resolutions. If you're a social media addict, it might be taking a toll on your mental health. Liz McLaughlin has more on how to have healthier tech habits in 2020.
First, Facebook popularized the like button. Now many consider Instagram's little red heart to be the modern currency of public approval. Like counts that some equate to a popularity score, as social feeds become increasingly saturated with influencers paid to promote products. Earlier this year, Instagram announced it would start experimenting with hiding likes, a test that's now expanded to select users across the globe, including the U.S.
So you can spend a little bit less time worrying about how many likes you have and a little bit more time connecting with people or things that inspire you.
Instagram is still testing the change and may not hide likes permanently. But if social media is taking a toll on your mental health, experts suggest scaling back your network. Unfollow or mute accounts that don't make you feel positive, and turn off notifications.
All right, we're having some technical difficulties with that story, but you know what? We're going to be right back with your Pet of the Week, and hopefully we can get that story back on for you here or on our social media websites. We'll be right back. Welcome back finally here at Noon. Chuck Nordstrom in with our pet of the week. And who do we have today?
Well, today we have little Gidget. And as you can tell, she's a little terrier mix. By the looks of her, she kind of looks Jack Russell.
Yeah.
Sweet little girl, 8 weeks old. She's available for adoption on Monday. But you have all afternoon or tomorrow to come out and just take a look at her in the puppy room. There's some other puppies in there as well that are coming up. And we've just got a great bunch of dogs that are looking for homes. So if you have nothing to do on the weekend, bring the family out tomorrow.
And a lot of the times, the ones that you've brought in come in with a big litter of brothers and sisters. Does she have any other little siblings?
Nope. She came all by herself. Someone found her out all alone, abandoned, and brought her in. And so she's been in the nursery and puppy room being loved on and taken care of until she gets her chance now Monday.
And lots of energy too, right?
Oh boy, there's plenty of energy there.
Perfect for kids too.
Yeah, hopefully she's going someplace where she has a playmate or watch your fingers each day.
Yes, of course, she's teething. And where was she found initially?
She was found out on the streets,
No.
walking by herself, so we don't know what happened.
Well, she's a super sweet girl, and if you get close, you can kind of see her nose has like a little heart shape. Her little, or is it just me, right?
No,
Isn't
it
that
does.
Adorable? Yeah, it's like a little heart-shaped nose. So cute. So tell us those last-minute details if someone wants to adopt her. When is she available?
She's available Monday. Okay. Come out, take a look. Monday you can spend time with her, play with her, see if it's a good match. But this afternoon or tomorrow, you can come out and just view her and view all the other animals available as well.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Chuck. And so, definitely just wait on. A lot of the times they're available on the weekends, but just wait till Monday and Gidget can be all yours.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for joining us this Friday. And thanks so much, Gidget. She's so cute. And of course, for more information, just head to the spca.com for more info on how to adopt her as well. And what is that number?
323-8353.
Awesome. All right. Thanks so much, Chuck.
Thank you.
All right, everyone. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you back here for 17 News at 5.
17 News, your local news leader, continues 24 hours a day on KGET.com and our 17 News app. In the spirit of the Golden Empire, 17 News.